Imagine a game where your choices could decide your pet's survival and create something immortal on Bitcoin. Pizza Pets isn't just any game. It's deflationary, Tamagotchi-inspired, virtual pet game 100% on chain. Now with the airdrop coming up soon, you'll want to be prepared. This guide has everything you'll want to know before the launch. And if you're watching after the airdrop, don't worry, this video will still help you understand the best way to take care of your pet and maximize your gameplay. Stay tuned till the end for exclusive alpha on airdrop and hatching dates coming up. You're not going to want to miss this alpha. My name is Taha Abbasi. I'm a blockchain evangelist, a Pizza Ninja holder myself, and a CTO in the Web3 space. So I'm going to be sharing some secrets with you. So what exactly is Pizza Pets? Pizza Pets is a first of its kind Tamagotchi-inspired virtual pet game on Bitcoin. It's a game that's been created by the Pizza Ninjas and the MegaPunks collections, right? So these folks that launched these amazing collections and have built these amazing communities are now once again pushing Bitcoin technology, Ordinals technology forward with another gem that they're dropping. This game has a few key features. One, the game is multiplayer, it is deflationary, it is interactive. You're gonna need to care for your pet. It's not just something where you can hold an Ordinal and that's it, just sort of ride the wave of holding an Ordinal. In this specific example with the pet, you're gonna need to care for your pet, and we're gonna get into that later in the video. You're gonna need to make sure your pet doesn't get impacted by catastrophic events. There's some really cool technology packed into this game, and we're gonna be getting into all of that. You're gonna need to protect your pet from annihilation. What's really cool is the ethos behind this game. If you go check out the Pizza Pets manifesto that is linked at the bottom of this video or in this post, depending on the platform you're watching, you'll see that it was inspired by the same kind of mentality that Laszlo had when he first conducted the first documented Bitcoin transactions on May 22nd, 2010, where he paid 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 large pizzas just to pioneer the technological advancement of Bitcoin and just to sort of make something that was just a vision a reality, in the sense that Bitcoin was used to buy real world goods. They want to do something cool and create some technology that hopefully will then be utilized in other real world use cases. But for now, we get to have a lot of fun, we get to speculate, and of course, for those traders out there, you get to speculate on the gains that you might potentially have. Pizza Ninjas, for example, was also given away through a pre-sale and as well through some competitions. You could make certain videos to qualify for an allow list. And now Pizza Ninjas are worth about 0.1 BTC, which is at current prices about $8,000 to $9,000 per Pizza Ninja. This game has a lot packed in it. I'm very bullish on it. But let's get into the second point, which is how this game is being distributed, how the pets themselves are being distributed, and that is about the airdrop. The Pizza Pets are being distributed only through an airdrop mechanism. This means that you cannot buy them. The only way that you can purchase them from the primary market, meaning originally get them, there's no pre-sale, there's no launch pad that is launching them. You can only get access to them if, one, you're either a Pizza Ninja holder or you're a MegaPunks holder, or if you're part of the roughly 300 plus communities that Pizza Ninjas and MegaPunks have partnered up with in order to give out these Pizza Pets to those communities. My own community has been a part of this, so I'm really excited to bring Pizza Pets to them. And this is really the ethos of what Pizza Ninjas have done for quite some time now, where they've not only built technology that enhances their collection, but they've built technology that also rewards other communities by engaging with the technology that they're pioneering. It rewards communities for engaging with pioneering Bitcoin technology, for scaling Bitcoin. And I just love the ethos of Pizza Ninjas from that standpoint. And of course, MegaPunks that are backing this are another one of my awesome and favorite collections. So there's a lot to be had there. So how are you going to get your Pizza Pets? If you are a Pizza Ninja holder, you don't need to do anything. The pets will be airdropped over to you. Same for MegaPunks holder. If you're part of one of the communities that are participating in the airdrop campaign, you're going to need to fill out some forms perhaps for data collection. A lot of these forms have been completed at this point. The winners have been selected that are going to get this airdrop allocation. So you want to keep an eye out for your emails that you have filled out for your respective communities, and keep an eye out for the Pizza Pets airdrop date, which I'll be sharing towards the end of the video about the information that I have hinting to when this airdrop is going to happen. Primary distribution is going to be exclusively through airdrop. These pets will be listed on Magic Eden. There's a collection that is already formed, and you're going to be able to buy them on the secondary market. So if you missed the initial allocation through a community or through holding Pizza Ninja, look out for a Magic Eden where you'll be able to secure. I'm sure some folks will be selling their Pizza Pets over there as well. Okay, so with that, we want to get into the game and its deflationary mechanics. And this is perhaps one of the most important parts to understand how the game works, how to care for your pet. If you've come to this video looking at ways and strategies of how to care for your pet, this is the start of a series where I'm going to be talking about the best ways to care for your pet to make it immortal. This is something that will happen if you do care for it. Over time, your pet becomes immortal. Otherwise, there will be a period of time in which the pet pet is mortal and it will be losing health every day unless you feed it, unless you take care of it. And if you don't take care of your pet dies and is permanently removed from the collection. The game can only be played once. So let's get into those mechanics now. And we're going to be talking about the game and deflationary mechanics. The game starts on hatch day for everyone. Everyone who's going to get a pet is going to have the same start date. And on hatch day, the pets will hatch and the game will begin. And after that day, every day, the pets will lose 1 heart per day, unless you're able to give them some special abilities, and we'll talk about those in a second. So there's a few things that I'll be looking at my notes to talk about in terms of what happens with the pets. As I mentioned earlier, if you don't care for your pets die. The expectation is that a majority of the pets will die because people will likely not be actively, there's a whole audience of people that just hold ordinals and not actively engaging with them. So this is engaging with Bitcoin, engaging with the chain, engaging with inscriptions, and we'll talk about how to take care of your pet and feed them in a second. But if you don't do that, your pet is going to die. So that's really exciting, because for those of you who are going to engage on chain with these pets, you're going to be at an advantage because your pets will be more valuable as they become immortal, which is something very exciting. Most of the pets dying obviously increases the value of the leftover pets with diminishing supply, and of course the same demand or increasing demand hopefully coming in as the collection gets more and more popular. Once a pet dies, it cannot be revived. There's no revival mechanism, and once the game is played, it's a one-time playing game. You cannot play it again. So this means that one and done. If you don't take care of your pet, you're out of luck. Another thing to look at is dead pets will be removed from the official collection, reducing the overall supply of the collection. And this game is not something that will just get over and finish in a couple of days or even weeks. What we've heard from Trevor and the Pizza Ninja community and MegaPunks, that this game is designed to be played over a matter of months. So this is going to be something that we're going to have a lot of fun in the upcoming bull market, and they've built a mechanism to make it easy for you to feed your pets, to care for your pets, and conduct all the activities that you want in regards to your pets. Now, if you do accomplish to take care of your pets throughout the duration of the game, which is going to last a couple of months, then your pet becomes immortal at the final stage of the game. And after this, your pet doesn't have to die. You no longer have to continue to feed it. You now have an immortal pet, which of course, looking at how I understand game mechanics, that pet should have a significantly higher value as compared to the pets that obviously did not make it to the end. If your pet's not immortal, all the immortal pets are likely going to be removed from the collection, as they have likely died by then. So yeah, these are the deflationary mechanics. Next, I want to get into how do you exactly care for your pet? What are the different feeding, care, and nourishing mechanics, and how exactly are you going to take those steps to feed them? So let's get into caring for your pet next. First, let's get oriented with a few things that are going to be going on. One is the health guide. And what is the health guide? The second is the feeding guide. I'm going to be getting into both of those things. And I'm also going to be talking about the feeding and nourishing mechanics. So the 3 points I'm going to cover: health guide, feeding guide, and feeding and nourishing mechanics. So as far as the health guide, there's going to be a heart indicator for your pet. And I love how Pizza Ninjas and MegaPunks, Pizza Ninjas specifically, that I've done quite a bit of research on, launch their collections. If you look at a Pizza Ninja, it's not actually a static JPEG, it's actually a code file that loads up different SVGs and is able to, like, you can play an SNS game directly on chain. So this is going to be really exciting because this is an evolution of that technology. So there's going to be a heart indicator that's going to be shown, and the pet will lose, without care, it will lose 1 heart per day. So this is where it becomes important to keep an eye on your pet to make sure that there's a feeding schedule and a nourishing schedule, a schedule for other things as well, which we're going to get into in the feeding and nourishing guide. Make sure that you're monitoring the heart. That's the important part on a regular basis. Now let's get into the second part, which is the feeding guide, which kind of gets into like what is all involved in feeding, and then we'll get into the feeding and nourishing elements in which cover how exactly are you going to feed and nourish. So in terms of the feeding guide, there's a few elements. There are 13 distinct items that you can give your pet that will all have varying effects, right? Not all of these items are revealed right now. They'll be revealed in due time. So far, what we know is that you can feed your pet pizza, beer, or drugs, and they all have different effects, right? So pizza, when you feed your pet pizza, it's a pizza pet, it will gain 1 heart. Great. Who doesn't love pizza? If you feed your pet beer, it will gain 2 hearts and it will have a chance to poop. And obviously, like, there's going to be a mechanics, like if you are not feeding your pet and your pet is not pooping, that's not good for his health. It's constipated. So you're going to want to have that balance of pizza and beer feed in order to make sure that it's got a good digestive system going. When the pet is fed beer, it gains 2 hearts and it gains a 10% chance to poop. Now, once your pet poops, it's important that you'll get a little icon saying the pet has pooped. So the little poop emoji shows up on your pet. And at that point, you're going to be encouraged to shower your pet, to clean your pet, which cleans the poop. If you don't do that, then health will decline faster. So pets that have pooped but have not gotten a shower are going to have their health declining at a faster rate. The next item we have are drugs. Drugs give special evolution abilities. Evolution abilities, the information we have right now is very speculative, but what I've found so far is that as a pet evolves, it gets different abilities, and those abilities can range from health decline rate, a faster rate, let's say remove the effects of drugs that might not be something that you want. So you gave a drug and perhaps it has an effect that it can interact, it can get feed, it can get the benefits of feeding, things like that. These are all speculations that are going around in the community, but one thing we do know that drugs will give some sort of special evolution abilities. We also know that water, this is again something that's being speculated because there's a water icon in the feeding guide that has been shared, and in that feeding guide it does say that it removes the effects from drugs, but it's not clear and not confirmed by any of the teams. It could be something that's removed later. So we'll find out more details as the Ninja teams share them and as the MegaPunks team shares them. And of course, I'll be sharing those in my videos on my Twitter account, on my X account as well. So make sure to give that a follow. Let's kind of get into how the feeding works. So this is the feeding and nutrition guide where how are you going to feed and care for your pet? What exactly are the steps to do that? So let's get into that now. Just like everything that Pizza Ninjas and the MegaPunks community has done is incredibly simplified, sophisticated, and elegant. So to feed your pet, you're simply going to head over to pets.pizza. And right there, you're going to be able to feed your pet through their interface. That interface details are going to be released in time. We don't have that information right now, but I expect that to be coming out over the next couple of days. And the really exciting part is these two things. One, it's designed to be able to help you feed with the smallest amount of data possible, avoiding spikes in network fees. There are specific items that you can feed your pet that can help it maintain its heart so that when there's network congestion, you don't have to feed at peak times. So that's another interesting thing that you want to look out for. And this is where I think drugs will play a special role along with some other items perhaps, as well as for those of you that might be qualifying for multiple pets. I, for example, I'm really excited because I qualified through a few communities for multiple pets, which is really, really exciting for me. So what you're going to be able to do is you can feed multiple pets in one transaction. And that's always exciting. So if you have like, 5, 6, 7, 10 plus pets, you're going to be able to feed them all in one transaction, and the mechanics of that are going to be shared in more detail in the coming days. If you're enjoying this video so far, take a second to hit the like button. If you're interested in finding out more about the pets and other technology items, make sure you subscribe and you can turn on your notification bell so you get the alpha as soon as it's out, because timing is going to be key in a lot of these items, especially with the bull market coming. Everybody's going to be rushing, so I'll be releasing content here. And same on X, you can go ahead and like and repost this video if you're watching over there. This way it helps with the algorithm understand that people are enjoying this content, and they'll suggest it to more folks that might benefit from it as well. With that, let's get into the final point, which is talking about how Pizza Pets have continuously focused on innovation and pushing Bitcoin and Ordinals forward. So it talks really about the approach that Pizza Ninjas have used and really push Ordinals adoption forward. Even when they launched the Pizza Ninjas collection, which I talk about in a separate video, they've really pushed forward what's possible with Ordinals. With pets themselves, all of this activity, including the pet status, the pet health, the aggregation of this information is done without indexers. This is extremely important because this means that all of this can happen on-chain without involving any off-chain third-party indexing services, data aggregation services, Oracle services. And this is incredibly exciting. This is pushing what's possible with Bitcoin itself forward, and it continues to showcase that there are builders in the space who are committed to scaling Bitcoin. That's something that I'm really excited about, and I think that's something that's going to really add value to this collection and what its value will be as it continues to get more adoption and popularity. I think I'm really bullish on its prospects from that standpoint as well. So this collection, because it's 100% on-chain, is going to be 100% immutable, and similar to what Pizza Ninjas have done with their own collection, the upgrade functionality is a opt-in decentralized mechanism for upgrades, which is also something really, really bullish about this specific collection. So here's a short guide. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. I'm going to be sharing a lot more details, so make sure you subscribe. But if you enjoyed this video, you want to check out the Pizza Ninjas video and their story, how they got started, because that's going to give you a good idea of like how valuable these pets are and how well they are poised to do in the Ordinals market, especially with the bull run coming up. So that video is going to be popping up here, and you want to make sure you check that out. With that, thank you so much. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like about this, what kind of content you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video.